Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero, Psych Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Twin Beaches. In the south, it is DeathlySilent, fighting here for the Deutsche Armee, the German Army, the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. In the northeast, it is Treadz, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, here with the 3rd Infantry Division. Straight into special operations. It's mighty weasels. It's very commando-like commandos. It's whiz-bangs and other fun stuff. So about the hiccups. We got a scout squad heading northwards here for freedom and democracy. In the center, we got the Panzer moving in to occupy the central ground here. With more Panzer on the way here for them. And even more Panzer here. Very much standard Deutsche Armee build order at the moment. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, who helps keep the Propagandacast running through their generous monthly contributions.
Ready for deployment, sir.
First round squad out here, moving ahead steadily for freedom, democracy, liberty. Well, evidently here, Treadz is apparently one of those few people who does not go for the weasel at the first thing there, and thus is not a weasel by name, nor a weasel by nature. Sandbags up here, round squad grabbing northern fuel point. Steady approach. Whispers there. We got the Panzer Pioneer advancing. Interesting capping order here is it does not really focus on the fuel points, rather than munitions points, and then sort of slowly establishing a belt, I suppose, towards the fuel points. But again, compared with the Treadz, like he immediately has his scout just run for all the fuel points. I mean, only by now we only got one fuel point that's secured here by DeathlySilent, so that is an unusual capping order there. Round squad, they catch the Panzer Pioneer, which of course, along with the scouts, does leave here the Panzer Pioneer for DeathlySilent. A bit stuck there. We got more Panzer Pioneer around for the south here, though. Another round squad there for Treadz. As men up north here are being surrounded slowly by the Germans, perhaps. Or not. Panzer Pioneer backing off, so we got a total, I think, of 4 Panzer Pioneer squads now here for DeathlySilent. Very standard build order in a way. Probably going to see some fast tech, then in some fast Achtrads here versus Treadz, so that's got to be quite a challenge for him to sort of, deal with that particular type of rush here, as the Panzer Pioneer fairly aggressively push against him. So, a bit of a challenge here on this plate already. In the south here, about another clash here with the rush squad, the Panzer Pioneer up north, though. Yeah, the engagement is not quite working out for DeathlySilent. He's charging the Panzer Pioneer. I hope you draw your attention from the other squad here. There's a retreat right past the Rifleman here. Bit of a gambit there by DeathlySilent. Bit of a gambit. We got Basil being dramatic in the background. Nothing new there. And here the Panzer Pioneer also routed. 1-on-1. The Panzer Pioneer definitely no match for the Rifleman. Typically you want them operating together where, you can just leverage the cheap cost to quickly, get local superiority with them. But interesting enough, DeathlySilent did not quite opt for that here. We got the light support company up there, very much expected, anticipated. Of course, another thing you're going to go for is a lot of flamethrowers, because again, for Panzer Pioneer squads also means for flamethrower teams.
Flares will light up the battlefield at your command.
Flares picked here. Gonna be some SSF commandos here, or Special Service Force, a special Canadian-American Commander Unit. That's a fun fact there. Of course, the Americans would then create their own ones, the Rangers. Northern points have been claimed here by the Americans. So far, though, Treadz off to a fairly good start here. The Panzer Pioneer not quite gaining the amount of traction here that DeathlySilent had perhaps hoped for. Or perhaps just when expecting Treadz to hit back so hard with his Rifleman. And we also got here the infantry support sent up here with a captain, giving him even more infantry pressure here versus opponent. So things are about to heat up even further here for the Germans. And we got assault grenadiers here going for some close quarters infantry for a map like this. I think actually is a pretty good idea. Isn't that right, Basil? Basil agrees. Got some MP40 wielding grenadiers here, or perhaps the MP38, the predecessor to the MP40, but which was much harder to produce compared to the MP40. Mechanically, pretty much the exact same machine gun. The major difference is just where the MP38 was largely milled and other, very expensive and time-intensive processes, the MP40 was very much just stamped, which is a lot cheaper and just a lot faster. Got the assault charging the captain here, but getting supported by a route squad and scout squad as well here. The assault grenades are not quite going to have the success they're probably hoping for, as Oberfeld able there. Baumgartner gets completely ripped apart here. We got the scouts of the route squad still around here. In the center, there's Panzer Pioneer being flanked with the route squad here, as we got Treadz looking to leverage more pressure against the Germans here. And we got an ambulance out here going for more aggressive motorized support here approach for them. Some players will keep it at the base, others still will, not give a rat's ass about that push forwards here. We got support on them here, though, unleashing hell there with their automatics and semi-automatics against the Germans. But their soldiers in the south here, mine goes off, killing and suppressing a route squad. They're halting the advance here of Treadz in the south. Back at base here, we got the weapon support center up here. As for Mr. DeathlySilent, we got an MG-34 heavy machine gun team here at the Panzer Pioneer. They're being swarmed. No additional flammable FSC. We got lots of mines in the center. In fact, only one flamethrower so far here. And we got a bazooka team looking to halt any German light vehicles, I suppose, blow up the ambulance. American style, he goes for the bazooka. Another push forward here. Panzer Pioneer assault is there you go. Treadz forced to abandon his foothold here right outside the German base. In the center, the captain quickly moves forwards. In the background, Basil meows for attention. Or perhaps some pieces of chicken he imagines I have, which I do not. Got the bazooka team there ready. Nothing further here for Treadz. And we do get the mechanized company up here for DeathlySilent in the 3rd Panzer Gun Division. 4th Panzer Pioneer Company. We got the Panzer Pioneer out of the Ralph squad here. Panzer Pioneer up here, Basil meowing.
We're losing a fuel.
Panzer Pioneer from the south, and there you go, SSF commandos unlocked. Center here, Captain versus the Panzer Pioneer there, backed up the bazooka team actually laying down mines. So he's also gone for the demolitions package. Not a bad idea at all. Bazooka fire there. Panzer Pioneer rushing forward, backed up the ME-34 team here. The situation with Treadz in the center, getting a bit too awfully hot here, in particular with the bazooka team's liking. And there we go, SSF commandos also available now. That does mean Treadz will have access to a fair amount of bazookas. He decides to go for that right away. Which you can't would figure he'd do, but I guess Treadz isn't doing that. He's also in something yet to see any BARs, that you'd figure that'd be sort of another priority, but then again, if he's expecting the 8-Rad, or 8-Rad, he's probably going to, be going for some more counters towards that rather than pushing for BARs. So, there's certainly quite a few distinctions here. There's probably also one reason, again, he went for the demolition package, is for those anti-tank mines. He has the best chances of catching up the 8-Rad. Or in this case, I guess 2Ds. Interesting deviation there, of course, not bad as the Americans either. And certainly in a map like this, where the 8-Rad may struggle a bit more in terms of mobility, the Stu-D could be an excellent choice. Rail squad there sent screaming back up north, quite on fire. Lots of mines here, though, and we also got anti-tank mines here from the Americans there. Part the exchange of mines here. Ooh, need to get away from their own mine, or the Americans set them off while the Germans are on them. That would obviously be great for the Americans, but less so for the Germans. Falling a bit back here towards the ambulance in the south. Up north, the German advance is pretty swift here. No SSF commandos yet. We've got survival training, which increases the health of all infantry. How was that cut up to? And we got a mortar team as well. Interesting choice. Yeah. Makes his men a bit tough and chunkier. And includes all of his infantry. Also, for somebody called an SSF commando squad, they should also be even a bit tougher here. So, it's definitely quite a powerful upgrade here for his infantry. We got engineers as well on the way there. Yeah, Basil. So, pretty infantry approach here from Treadz versus him. Not a bad one, of course. Certainly in the sense, considering his opponent's going hard on the Panzer Pioneer, and only has like one assault gun escort. That does kind of mean here that infantry in return will be a bit the weaker element here for DeathlySilent the Germans, so trying to push forward with an infantry approach of his own does have some merits, though of course he still needs to like deal with the Stubes and potential other support elements here from the mechanized company. Panzerpini rushing up here. So far though, German player really getting good map control here. Looking a bit rough here for Treadz. He's definitely hoping for a bit of longer approach in some regards. Stub moving up, bombarding the riflemen. Still no SSF commandos here. I was really thinking go for them. He also lost his bazooka team at some point here. Ah, yeah, down here. Hit a mine. Medic's got the only guy. Don't you worry. We'll have you right back in order, and your family with a bill that will take generations to pay off. What? North route was the assault grenadiers there. Stu deep pushing southwards. Of course, got the pin-mounted machine and gewehr there. Engineers probing about there with the M3 grease gun. And you've heard for around the engineers. Stu D, of course, also being another great deterrent. But yeah, really strong map control here from the German player against Treadz at the moment. DeathlySilent, certainly not silent, but he is quite deathly. Back here, healing reinforcements.
We've lost control of the sector.
Not much else here, and crucially, no anti-tank weapons then. Like, he's basically going to have to bet on, like, just lowering the Stu D into an anti-tank mine. Question, of course, what then? Mortar there spotted by the advancing Stug and Panzer Pioneer. As DeathlySilent and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier shown here pushes forwards. Good hit on the mortar team here. Crew there, I think, is not going to make it back home there for biscuits. Or briskets. Still no commandos, no additional bazooka teams. There we go. Got the SSF commandos out there with the Johnson light machine guns and bazookas. The Johnson light machine was a weapon very similar to the FG-42 in design, that is basically a rifle that could also double as a light machine gun in a pinch.
Commander, we've lost the sector.
Heavy mortar fire there on the Panzer Pioneer, pushing forward to quick switch off to the bazookas. We got a Panzer squad here, motor or mechanized here for DeathlySilent as well here. Really putting on the pressure there on Treadz. And the 3rd Infantry Division here. Panzer Pioneer being shot at. Scouts there we go. Bazooka firing up. One shot goes through the frontal armor here. Panzer Pioneer taking on loss here for the mortar. So what will Treadz go for next? He's splitting out victory points, by the way, at an incredibly rapid pace here. Not great from there. Panzer Pioneer about to get wiped down. Mortar fires. SSF Commandos. Ralph Squad. We could see a wipe here. Yes. Down. There you go. Next and wipe here from Treadz. Maybe the DAK to get the benefit here from the upgrade there. But anyways.
3 command points available.
3 command points. Could go for assault operation. Could go for the air resupply operation. Bazooka fire there on the Stu D as soon as it pokes his nose out. 215. He needs to get his hands on those victory points soon at least, to just slow down the bleeding. And there we go. We do get an air resupply operation. Machine guns, fuel crate, and of course an anti-tank gun. That's going to be quite handy, of course. All 3 elements here versus DeathlySilent and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier shown here is now being assaulted here in the center. Pretty big assault. Note also the way he attacks makes it hard for the machine just to stop the entire advance here. Good push here. Machine gun crew there falls back under intense fire here from Treadz and his SSF commandos and riflemen. Stug D being fixed up. North side still held, but we do have some troops falling back and others being hauled into reserve, ready to counterattack wherever necessary. Now the assault being pushed forward to the Panzer Pioneer, backed up at the Stug D, or the Sturmgeschütz Ausführung D. And he's routed. Panzer Pioneer pushing forwards. They got there the SSF commander still at it. Bit of burnination there. And what is this? It's a Marder 3. Clearly starting to be concerned here that Treadz might be hauling in something a bit more armored here to match the Stu D, and for that matter the rest of his infantry. He hauls in a Marder just to make sure that if Treadz makes the appearance with a tank or anything like that, he's going to have the answer for it ready. So far though, it's pretty much just the commanders doing the work against the Stu D, nothing else. But this, I guess the anti-tank had just been crewed here. And there's of course the M1919 Browning Hay machine gun team as well there, 30 cal. Panzer Pioneer there being repaired with the Johnson light machine guns, no mercy there. Medics there hard at work. Lining up for another push here. I think Treadz needs to like try and extend a bit more influence up north. He's got 129 versus 116. Got that 250 moving forward, strength of the Bazooka 5. The Commandos and tanks up. We got the mortars. A machine gun, of course, would also be very handy. And there you go. Got that one crewed up. The Commandos here could maybe consider a white phosphorus grenade or, I don't know, a knife throw. But so far, no sign of either here from him. And there you go, once more successful assault here from the German forces. Treadz off the southern point here. Third Panzer Grenadier Division continues to be in a strong lead. Up north, though, Treadz is finally making his move here. There's a few mines here and there, though. Panzer Pioneer assault grenadier swinging up here right into Rapscourt here. And this poured on them right now. There you go. Could halt this advance here, though. At least buy some time. A lot going on the street here, pushing north to Rapscourt. Suppressing their assault grenadiers, heading westwards there with the scouts for the western victory point here. He needs to buy time, and needs to buy time badly. The assault grenadiers pinned down to the ground. Panzer Pioneer not accelerating great time either. Stoop Demon rather rifling, killing helpless GIs in the south. Panzer Pioneer being pushed back, and we got here the Marder in reserve, the 250 after he repairs, and more troops being hauled to the front line here. Another machine gun there from DeathlySilent as he looks to further stymie and, well, crash any hope here from recovery from Treadz by his infantry. Got the northwestern victory point. We got the Stu D counterattacking immediately. No mercy here for DeathlySilent, no respite. But for now, crucially, Treadz has managed to halt the bleeding here. Applied a victory point tourniquet. At least stem the bleeding for now. But he needs a more permanent solution here. Smoke being deployed, the machine guns here, as we got a machine gun wall here from DeathlySilent and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier shown here. Front line by the southern point, though, is already crumbling here. A really big layered cake in an earthquake zone. That's been made by a bit of a drunk baker. Tank depot actually here, moving ahead for tanks or tank destroyer here. Studi pushing forwards. Infantry advance here past the machine guns as mortar fire rains down death upon them. Up northeast, Studi Panzer is forming a flank here. Lone Rival Squad defending the far northern point. We got 98 versus 366 here. And we got the 30 cal here helping to defend the center point. Smoke grenade off here. Commanders on the move again. Mortar veterans one, and we do get the airburst barrage. Really intense action. There goes Duke D. Catches a bunch of bunched up infantry. Worst case scenario here for Treadz in some regards. But we got the M1 in there pushing back the Sturmgeschütz D. Further up north, we've got Raubsquads, the Panzerjägers, and the Panzerjägers are unsurprisingly sent packing. Commanders going out with the Stu D. Anti-tank and shoot bounces off the Sturmgeschütz D's armor machine, and their continuous fire support. And there you go, grenade assault here. Blowing apart their own Panzer Pioniere. Clearly, he was eager to kill the Americans, but so eager he killed his own men. Airburst shells there on the machine gun crew here. And grab northern point here with a Panzer Pioneer squad in the 250 half-track. Situation for Treadz is about to get once more dire as the Germans are once more leading with another fierce assault. There you go. Not incendiary piercing. I think it's the veterans who built one ability they briefly used, which allows them to do less suppression, but then they do more damage when well timed can actually be quite devastating. Can be. Anyways, Mort's still at it. Smoke being deployed. I definitely need to silence that machine. Also get the northern victory point back here. We got 86 with a 345. Nothing yet from the tank depot. No tanks, no tank destroyers, and another assault here turning the smoke against Treadz somewhat. Panzer Pioneer rushing the half-track here. Anti-tank and caught out of position here. It's absolute chaos by the southern victory point. The casualty lists just for that point are getting increasingly big and long. That didn't make any sense. But anyways, you get the point. A lot of people dying just for that one point. Meanwhile, north side of the map, they're seeing no action at all there. More airburst shells here on the mortar. On the machine gun. Almost got the MD team there wiped out. There we go. Wiped out as an excellent kill here for Treadz until we get his hands on the MD-34. But it does force here in the south his opponent, DeathlySilent, to withdraw from the victory point. And there you go. Holds off for the MD-34 team there. Ambulance Marder also forced to withdraw. Marder so far has yet to do anything. So if all these American panzers, I just feel like we're doing nothing here, which That could be worse. We could be on the eastern front. Heading north to the rifle squad. Got an M18 Hellcat on the way there for Treadz. Freedom, democracy, liberty. Scouting northwards. We've got mines being laid down here. Plenty of mines. Again, anti-tank mines. Got those commanders moving forwards. No ability chosen for them yet. Heading northwards with the 250 half-track. Northwards with the scouts. More machine guns staying infantry hold to the front line. And we got the Hellcat ready as well. Here we got 52 with 327. I mean, Treadz is actually like stabilizing, but it's still also a bit fairly closely up north here. 250 after around the scouts. Not enough support. Stu D, Marder, ambulance on reserve. Nothing further here from DeathlySilent. No additional armor. No additional Stu Ds, for example, which is a bit interesting. Might be just the sheer manpower bleed that's sort of hampering him. I'm also guessing it's not a 10 combined arms or a 10 infantry because I haven't seen any of those battle groups at this point, so it might just be Armoured support he's planning here, but even then, what could it be? Hellcat, they're going for the 250 up north. We got the 2 moving forwards, almost running into the M6 anti-tank mine here. 250 after takes a heavy hit from the Hellcat and 76mm gun, and there you go, the 250 after is kaput. Panzer is flanking up here behind it, backed up by Panzer Pioneer and the Assault Grenadiers. Forced to fall back here from North Victory Point as the 3rd Panzer Grenadier launches an all-out assault here. The villa nearby is quickly turned into a barbecue house as the occupants are being burned and I suppose also smoked. M18 falling back here. Stu D getting shot at a bit as well by the anti-tank gun. Good sniping there with the M1 northern side here. Secured by the German Army once more. Treadz response here so far is limited. The terrain not exactly suiting an easy counterattack here. Commanders are going for the Stu D, forcing it back, but infantry is already beholden in to dissuade the commanders from a continued advance. Marder moving forwards again here. He's actually got 2 out in response to the Hellcat moving forwards here. Taking hits from the anti-tank rifle. Even got a Panzer Grenadier squad out 9. He's actually going for the infantry upgrade. An interesting choice here by DeathlySilent at this stage. Not saying it's bad, but it's definitely not what you'd see at all here from a Deutsches Afrika player at this stage. Marder forced back the Hellcat, almost knocked out here. Anti-tank and crew, though, in a sea of problems. And there you go. Anti-tank crew there cleared out. The last man just burning to death. Hellcat wrecked. We got 39. There you go. Marder hits an anti-tank mine. Suffers incredible amounts of damage, but is somehow still operating. And meanwhile, troops are being met with fierce machine gun fire from both machine gun teams here under Treadz. Stoic command here, halting the entire advance, a smoke grenade off. But it may just be enough if Panzer to slightly bypass things. But then again, there's just fresh counterattacks here from Treadz. So the assault here from DeathlySilent may not quite be going through the way it hoped for. We got 30 versus 302 here.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Right, he's down at 28. Things are getting ever tighter here for Treadz by the moment. And he's going here for the Marder, I think? Looking to destroy it, maybe? Going for the northern post, we've got machine gun here, but it's getting swamped here by the Americans. Got pushed there by Treadz. What's actually giving his captain as an ability, by the way? He's going for the Mark vehicle ability. Got the Marder there being assailed, and we got another M18 Hellcat on the way there. Marder pushed back. Other Marder there in some deep shizer.
Where the hell did they come from?
And there we go. Got it. I think. Yeah, that was, I think, the mortar that got that one. And rushing from the northern big point, the 18 versus 296 here. Troops holding about. They may want to get moving. We got lots of mines again being laid down here by Treadz. He knows he needs every tool to slow down the advance. And we got a command Panzerfahrzeug here. Clearly an earlier model. Might be an E model or D model of the Panzerfahrzeug there. In part can tell they're due to the lack of a bastard there at the back of the turret. Pushing forwards for that one.
A victory point is under attack.
Got the commander of the Wall of German infantry here. Veterancy 2 still hasn't bothered with any of the veterancy abilities. Command train they're pushing north to assist the troop in here, and of course blast for the Americans.
Concentrate your fire.
They've taken our victory point.
And he actually went for Sherman instead of the Hellcat. There you go, command train they're blasting through Treadz lines here. Commander's getting bombarded by the 75mm low velocity gun. Mortar firing down.
250 points.
Move complete.
Soldiers routed here by the MD-34 fully suppressed, soon to be routed. Mortar fire continuing to do a bit of damage to the command tank in the south. We got Pentagon backed up, machine team flanking at Treadz center position. Mortar continues to rain down death, closing in Veterancy 2 here. Command tank, cut traps, try and get a bit closer here. Anti-tank rushing forwards, machine and they're ripping through the American forces. Treadz taking a lot of kills. A lot of casualties here for the center there. Don't think he can maintain it for much longer here. Mine goes off. Going for the northern point here. We got the Panzer hitting a mine. Sherman rushing in here behind here. The command tank, but I think he sees it, moves back. Airburst sheltering down. The anti-tank in trouble. Quite chaotic here. Mortar getting some great hits in the machine gun team there. North here, the Sherman wipes a Panzer Pioneer escort here. We got 18 vs 231 here. Machine gun team in trouble. We got the Panzer gun rushing forwards. And we got the Marder rushing forwards. He's going to need more Marders versus that Sherman. And there you go. Wipes the MD-34 team. Could reclaim it for Deutschland. Even then, we got a second wave of attackers here to counterattack from Treadz base. Right into the weakened German infantry. Got the commander being rushed in to assist here. Fires away, but it is ineffectual. The shot goes way too far. And the Pentagon is about to get wiped out. He shoot. Got the Sherman rushing in from the north here. Grenades, they're being chucked into the lines here. Mines going off here. Casualties piling up. Men dying in the numbers. Command and they're being flanked here. Marder explodes in a shower of flames and sparks here. Panzer doing what they can here, but it is not much they can do against the Sherman. Command tank there combusts as well. Those munitions are cooked off, leaving nothing but a blackened, scorched hulk. Up north, their point seized here by Treadz. We've got 18 vs 219. And that's a wipe here on the Panzerjäger's utter annihilation. Good golly, what a comeback there. Now suddenly here, he is in a really rough spot there with barely any units left. And Treadz meanwhile stands ascendant for freedom. Democracy. He's even got like veteranly free commandos. It's definitely bad news for any German infantrymen caught in the line of fire. And we got another Marder out here. Another tank destroyer. 18 versus 180. And we got demo charge being laid down here. A little gift for any advancing Germans.
We have M29 Weasels ready to deploy.
Well, squad onto the Panzer Pioneer. We've got a whiz-bang ready now. We go for that here versus DeathlySilent. He's rushing for the other victory point. We got a machine gun here nearby. This guy need to smoke in and then charge him with the assault gun. Breach the building, I think. Not impossible. Not impossible. If he's fast enough, you got the Panzer pushing forward to the machine gun. There you go. Smoke grenade. There we go. He could all cause all just stand on it, but I think breaching the building to that machine gun would long term be a bit more feasible. Sherman rush northwards.
Now under enemy control.
Charging into the assault grenades here. The results are not pretty for the scouts, and it is pretty much a straight up execution here. Quite the blow there. And airburst shelter machine that just vacates the premises. I guess he's just going to contest here as he's down to like 18. Marder gets off a good shot if he has any anti-tank grenades in there. Oh, we've got air support called in here. And the Sherman goes down. We got 14 points left. Oh dear. Assault gun is virtually free, but they could get wiped out themselves. Both players on a sense on the edge. Treadz because he's got next to no victory points left. DeathlySilent because, well, he's got next to no units left. So they're very much each on their edge, but it's a very much an edge of different make here. Smoke pop to try and cover the retreat, but it's too... Oh, it was a regular grenade. And his veteran for assault got wiped. He might even use the veteran 2 Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, God, im Himmel, the losses are brutal. We got 4 points left. If we got another command tank out of a DeathlySilent. But... What? He's got like the Marder, I think? And the command tank. That's it, he can grab points for the command tank, I guess. Holy smokes. Like, he is just desperate. Is the only way to describe his opponent at the moment. He is desperate. Oh, the Marder gets caught by the commandos. The ace commanders, the elites. And that is another Marder down. We got 4 points left. It's 145 here. Can DeathlySilent pull through here? Can he just roll his charred corpse across the finish line here?
Cat reporting for duty.
Or will Treadz be able to just force him off and cross himself battered and broken? 1 point left. 1 point left.
Commander, see
Hellcat on the move here. Going for the command tank. First shot misses. Great shot there. Command tank is about to go down here from the Hellcat. Racing across a pockmarked landscape. We got smoke here going off. Too late, I think. Too late. Should have popped it while he was on the point, honestly. Maybe he was researching it. Just didn't have it ready, I don't know. But either way, that command tank is not going to be commanding anything. Except, I suppose, his own funeral. There you go. I'd say that is GG. GG. Yep. Talk about a close one now. There you go. Just going to stop here. GG. Game over. An absolutely furiously intense match here on Taranto Coastline between these two players. DeathlySilent really almost had it there, but I definitely feel like his strategy lacked something. I don't think command tanks here was the right answer, like just more Stu Ds maybe, or even like trying to push for Panther 3s might have served him better there. Also, I admit the Pentagon score just out of nowhere felt a bit odd. I feel like in that sense also more Sorkers would work, plus there's just those losses suffered up here. I think, you know, with the veteran field Sorkers, the Pentagon was just, again, a bit awkward. He was clearly getting a bit desperate, but I feel like he could have maybe, like, you know, waited a bit out there. But either way, though, incredible fight, an incredible comeback from Treadz. Really some absolutely top tier tenacity here that allowed him to win this match. So 2 thumbs up to Treadz. And that'll be it. So thank you all for joining in. Hope you got the stream or video. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. You can also donate or pledge on Patreon to support the Propagandacaster and disclose worth it by the link in the video description. Or you can buy the game by the link in the comments using the promo code DUKE3D. So thank you all for joining in and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.